Hello, everyone. Welcome to FinanceOlogy 101. Class is now in session. The information provided during this podcast is just that, information. You will need to do further research to address your specific situation. Enjoy the session. Welcome, everyone, to another session of Gifted Generations Presents FinanceOlogy 101.
All right.
I am one of your hosts, Robin Seegers, and the other host is
Elroy Seekers.
And tonight's session, we're going to talk about the credit card rewards program. There's a lot of credit card companies out there that's offering rewards programs. So we just want to talk about it, see if it's beneficial, see what all the perks is about, all of that good stuff. So, Elroy, I know we have one.
Mm-hmm.
And so, can you speak on the perks and some of the things you've experienced?
So, man, I'm going to let her know where I got all this hidden cash now. So I don't know if I want to tell her. Plug your ears up, girl. So you remember the other day, you said, hey, you came to me, you said, hey, I sent you a link because I wanted this from Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, no problem. I went and got it. It was here within 2 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't pay a thing for it. It's because we have a card that we use that when we use it, we get points that can be used for things on Amazon.
Okay.
So anytime if I use the card, I get dollars back. And those dollars can be in the sense of, I know Amazon's the one we normally use because you can buy anything from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you can use it for other places too. But because Amazon is so diverse, I use it all the time for things you need, things we may need and stuff. So I don't think I purchase anything outside of business, from using the card with our own cash outside of business we do because of the money back system. Mm-hmm. If I always use that card and I'm always getting things free or a small fee.
Right.
So, we got like over a couple $100 on it now that we can use it for. Another one we use is American Express, the hotel thing. Mm-hmm. So every time you use it, you get points go towards a hotel stay. So like, if you go to get gas, you go buy groceries. So every dollar amount adds up to points. So when you look at your card, you say, okay, let's say you have 5,000 points. And then let's say 6 months, you've spent like $30,000. Well, you're going to have 30,000 points on top of what you've already used. So we have a pretty good amount of points now that we use for several stays. And it helps because now I can go online and say, use points to book a hotel. Or I can say, which we can do. Or I can pay cash, or I can do cash and points, depending on, how much you want to pay for it, if they want to pay for it. Or you can say, stay somewhere that's, there's reasonable price. Because one of the things I looked at was Hawaii. I'm like, oh, we can stay at Hawaii for 10 days. The hotel scot-free because we got enough points to cover 10 days, 9-10 days. Depends on how many points per hotel. You know what I'm saying? The higher the hotel points, the less you'll be able to stay. And you have to pay for a little bit of it. So you're based on how many points per location you're looking at. So let's say 50,000 points, you got 500,000 points, that's 10 nights, right? Or you can say, well, I want to stay something a little more ritzier. They may charge you 80,000 points or 100,000 points. That's only 5 nights. So it depends on what you want to do, right?
I mean, it's basically the same concept as a store. If I want to go to the thrift store, or if I want to go to a high price store, it all depends on how the value comes in what place you spend it at, basically. Yeah. And also you get it says you can get cash back, you can get points, you can get miles.
Miles.
Travel miles.
Right.
So there's there's so many reward programs out there.
Yeah. I just tell people, the warning is don't get caught up in the trap game when you always using this card, but you're not paying it off because that can be something that can be very bad for you long term. So yes, you can get rewards for it, but the opposite of rewards is a non-reward, which means you got to pay that fee, and you end up going into more debt trouble. So you got to be very disciplined as far as how you use these cards.
Right.
Some people just like, oh, I can get points, and next you got $20,000 balance. You got a lot of points, but how you going to use it? Because now you got to be, you got to be able to pay for that bill.
Right.
So I just say use it wisely. One of the cards that I love to use is like I use it as a go between, because as you know, people steal cards and stuff like that, right? So I use the credit card, and the minute I use the credit card, it comes on the app.
Mm-hmm.
I can go on the app and I can just say pay now.
Mm-hmm.
I can pay it right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll pay for the bill just as though I just left the store like 30 seconds ago. Mm-hmm. So instead of me swiping my card, I'm using the credit card.
Instead of swiping your debit card?
I'm sorry, let me clarify that. Instead of swiping my debit card, I swipe my credit card. Mm-hmm. I get to the card, look in the card, it's like, it goes ping, and it goes pay now. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting points for paying now, and I'm also being a little bit more safer because it's a credit card, ain't my debit card. Right. So to me, it's like I'm protecting myself, but I'm also growing my own points and cash system.
Right. Because that was one of the cons. If you're tempted to spend more to get those rewards, so you have to be mindful of that, and you have to be disciplined enough to pay your bill monthly, meaning not just the minimum payment, pay it all.
Right.
So if you have $1,000 on it for the month of May, come June 1st, you need to pay that all off.
Right.
That's the only way you will benefit from this program, because if you are the type that only pay the minimum,
it's going to be bad for you.
It's going to build up. And those rewards program, those reward points and cash back and miles is not going to help you pay that bill off.
Right.
So that's the only thing you have to be careful about. Is making sure you're disciplined enough to pay off the credit card.
Yep. Exactly right. That's the trap game.
Yeah, it definitely is a trap.
I look at it this way. If you don't pay it off, you're paying somebody else to get rich off of money that you didn't budget properly. Right. So that's why I'm saying the credit card can be a go-between as long as you use it wisely and pay things off as you go. Or, like I do, pay it as soon as I get to the car type stuff. So if you don't, you actually giving somebody else, you're making somebody else rich.
Right.
So why not pay yourself, make yourself rich, but also pay your bills on time too?
Right.
So it's like, it's a win-win if you apply it and do it right. It is a very dangerous game if you do not do this properly. I mean, you think about, people's like, and you're going to one of the ones you probably talk about is paying off on using the 0% interest card to transfer balance, right? Mm-hmm. But what happens now? Now you got a card you got a big bill on. You transfer into another card. So now you got two cards. Mm-hmm. So what typically I have seen happen, you transfer it. Oh, got a little payment. But now you got a card that got zero balance.
Mm-hmm. And you go charge.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're like, oh, it's only $20. Oh, it's only $30. Oh, it's only $40. It's only $50. You're looking at the minimum payment, but your balance is getting higher and higher. Stop looking at the payments. Look at the balance due. That's your goal. Otherwise, just give me the money. Because you're paying somebody else's mortgage. You're paying somebody else's boat payment. You're paying somebody else's shoes, trips, travel. You're making somebody else rich. Why not make yourself better and financially more rewarding to yourself? Don't reward the people who own the car. Reward yourself.
Right. And I was just reading that they say if you have an excellent credit score, you get better rewards program cards.
Right.
So if you have excellent credit, those rewards are better because they know you will pay your card off. So you show a history of paying your card off. So it's a good thing to have a good credit score for that.
Yeah.
Many reward programs have minimum redemption amounts. So that means that there's a limit of what you can redeem. Mm-hmm. So you have to watch that. So when you're looking at these reward programs, make sure you're looking at everything. If there's interest fees, if your points and miles are devalued for whatever reason, some cards have an earning cap, meaning you can't go past this limit. So I don't care how much you swipe in that card, you can only get so much. So be aware of that.
Yep.
Some of them have annual fees, so you got to look at that.
There's a website you can actually use. It's called COMPRE credit one word.com/credit-cards. it actually gives you a comparison of like 10 of the top 10 cards.
Okay.
Because there's different categories for different things.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. So go ahead and finish. Then I'll lead into this.
Right and the last con, it says some of your rewards can expire.
Yep.
So you have to know that there's expiration date on when, like you got to use 1,000 points by a certain time. Yep. So these are the things that you can benefit from it, but you have to do your homework. Don't just pick one and say they give rewards. Check it all, the fees, the minimum amount, do they expire? Check all of that. So
one of the ones, we were talking about the ones we use, even though it was on Amazon, but also it has where you can say you have X amount of points, how you want to use them. So it's like you can use it here, or you can use it on our website to buy all these things, watches, jewelry, dishes. So I'm like, I got multiple things I can use this for.
Right, because there's one, I'm not sure which one we have that every Christmas that's have so many, and we get so many we can cash all those points, and we get a huge gift. I mean, so many gift cards and restaurant cards.
Yeah, that's one.
That's it. And we be it's just free money, basically. Yeah. Well, no, it's not free. You pay for it. But.
Well, no, I think it is free money because I'm buying some shoes. I'm paying the shoes off.
Right.
But I'm getting money back for buying a pair of shoes.
So I mean, we do this every Christmas. We take all those points and then we just get a whole bunch of gift cards.
Yep. So the website I was using was comparecredit.com, and there's different categories. Like the one I'm looking at right now says, and I don't want to really give all the names out, so you can kind of look and do your own investigation. But it gives you different credit cards for the best things that you're looking for.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. You may say, I'm looking for, like this, for instance, says best card for low interest and long intro APR. Right. And that basically means it says the powerful card comes with 0% intro APR for 21 billing cycles for any balance transfer made in the first 60 days, as well as 0% interest APR for 21 billing cycles for purchases. So it's like, okay, does that fit what I want to do? Great. If not, I have another one. Best for long intro APR on balance transfers. And then another one says best for easiest cash back bonus. So I'm saying, so you really got to do your investigation. This one says earning cash back is easy with this card thanks to the unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase. Think about that. It's every day and 5% cash back on hotels and rental cars booked through this card. So think about that,
Right.
Did they even give you an upfront bonus of $250 cash bonus after you spend $1,000? So what are you spending $1,000? You get $250 back. You spending $750. You're gonna spend $1,000 on something: hotels, cars, food. So you might as well say, this is a good card that benefits me. They got another one that says best for flat rate cash rewards. This card has everything you could want in a cash back card. Enjoy the highest flat rate cash back we've seen with unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. There are no caps. It's just unlimited. Best for low interest and fewest fees. There you go. Because a lot of other ones that mention fees, they just mention the perk, which means there are probably fees. So they're not going to tell you what's hidden. They're going to tell you what you can see.
Right.
So you can like, I can get that. What, $100 per year? Because some of those cards can be pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Another one says intro APR and bonus points. That's another good one. It says top intro for APR offers. There's different ones out there, and they're not all the same card. They're different cards from different companies. Easy to use travel rewards. If you travel a lot, you might want to use this card because you want to use your points towards traveling. So there's so many things out there. Best for 3 times the points on and no annual fee. So you really got to say which one fits you. I can guarantee you not one is going to do everything.
Right.
But I don't want you to get 5 different cards either.
Right.
That's trouble. Find the one that works for you every day or for that situation, like for travel. Then you might want to get that card and use it accordingly, but don't misuse it. I'm just saying, please be careful.
Because that's one of the articles I've read. It says reward credit cards are mostly good deals as long as you use them responsibly by not spending more than you can afford to pay each month.
Yep.
It is important to pay your bills in full every month, because any money saved in rewards can be negated easily by paying interest.
Yep. You can.
So this is not for the faint of heart.
Nope.
This got to be somebody that's well disciplined in their finances and know what they're doing to play this game, because it's a game. So if there's something that you're not used to doing, paying your bills in full, do not do this.
He says the game is like Robin and Seegers. Come on down. You're the next contestant on which credit card do you want?
Yeah. So it's like, be careful.
Yeah.
Because we saying all this wonderful stuff you can get, but there's always a trick.
Danger's around the corner.
Always a trick.
Danger's around the corner.
And the trick is you have to pay that bill.
Yep. Danger's around the corner.
In full every month.
Yep. You know, and
that interest kick in.
Oh yeah, and it's getting higher because of the interest rates are getting higher. So now it's taking longer to pay off cars if you're just making the minimum payment.
Yeah.
So you got to be aware of that too. We get tricked and fooled quite often by making the minimum payment.
Yeah.
We get tricked and fooled a lot of times by saying I can make example, a car payment, $350, and the car payment is going to be 70 months. You know what I'm saying? So don't be fooled by the monthly payments. Live beyond that. Look at the amount that is total due. Don't look at, I can afford $20 a month for the next 15 years. No big deal. And you look at, it was our son. You remember? Our son, he was looking at his car payment.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, but Dad, I've been making a car payment. I'm like, yeah, but the interest on the car, it was low. And he only had a car for like 12 years. It was 2 years. So let's say the car was $21,000. The interest, he looked at the bill, he still owed $20,500. He's like, well, wait a minute now. I was like, son, I told you about how this thing worked. But you don't think about it until you up against it and see it, because your first few years, the interest, it's not going, like a house payment. Your first few years, all that money, first 20 years is going towards what? There you go. Yeah, people get tricked about, the house payment, but you give away millions of dollars over 30 years. That's why a lot of people try to pay their house payment early to avoid that fee. That's money putting back in your pocket. You can avoid that
because the bank gonna get their money.
Yeah.
So that's why they take the interest off.
Yeah.
And so you making $100 payment and only $9 is going towards the interest.
But think about it.
The principal.
Think about it. When you say, "Can I pay this off early?" Like, sure you can. You can pay it off early. With a smile, like, no, he ain't paying it off early. He just asking that question. He ain't gonna pay it off. And excuse me, the bank is saying, we want you to take as long as you can to pay off this bill because we make more money on you. That question is always asked, but it's very seldom utilized in actually applying the paying off thing. Right. Because they don't want to give you, let's say $1,000 and you pay back $1,000. Like, we make no money on this person. Right. You're not, your score is high, but you're not a good risk for them because they're not making money off of you. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. Think about this right here. If you was a bank person and you got somebody with an 800 score, and your interest rate gonna be, let's say 5%. So you don't want to make a few dollars. Then you got Joe Nobody, the same amount of loan, but the interest rate is a lot higher. Who do you think that bank is happier to see?
The higher interest
There you go. They're gonna be nice to me because I got good credit, but they're gonna love Mr. High interest rate. Gonna keep them coming back. Hey, we got a special deal for you today, sir. Mm-hmm. They're gonna offer you all kinds of stuff to keep you in that feel good state. Mm-hmm. They do that. Think about it. They're gonna make the most money off the worst interest rate, the worst FICO score. Yeah. Me and you, they're like, hey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. They're gonna be nice to us, but they really don't see us come over. Those people, they know how to handle their business. But, they just smile and say, how you doing, Mrs. Seegers? Oh, there goes Joe Nobody. Oh, there goes my buddy. Think about it. Am I right? Right. It's a high risk, but it's a great reward
for them.
Yes, buddy.
Yeah,
it's a risk for them because they may not pay for it, but they get more money back very quickly.
And they are willing to take that risk. The bank is.
Yes.
And they got in trouble for it.
They
got in trouble for taking that, pushing that stuff on people that can't afford it.
Yeah,
and,
they have.
And then they find that the bank itself is in trouble.
Yep, they have. You're right.
So it's the same thing with the banks. They need to be careful, and as finances.
Amen to that. Amen to that, sis. So
what we'll do is make sure we add that website to the
okay.
podcast website.
Sure.
So that people can click on the link and go out there and look and start comparing. And if this fits you, this sounds like something you want to do, use it. But just know that you have to pay your credit card bill in full every month.
And look, another thing we should also be saying, if you can't make other bills meet, you should not be getting another credit card. Right. Let's just say that very clear.
Right.
I don't say, well, they say you can get a credit card. If you like in the negative already, this credit card ain't gonna help you out. Do not get this credit card. No. Stay away.
Right.
Pay your bills, manage your money. This is for those who are very disciplined. This is for those who understand how to handle their money. It ain't for the faint of heart, like my wife said. It ain't for those who just trying to get ahead and trying to get a shortcut. There's no quick rich scheme. There's no shortcut to doing things. You got to work hard, manage your money well, get a plan, work the plan. So this is not for you if you're just trying to say, well, I got $50 left, let me get another card. No, use that $50 wisely to pay off other bills. Do not use a card to make your life as you think is better. It's going to get worse.
Oh yeah, because the bill is coming due.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be knocking on that door. Definitely.
Hello.
Definitely.
Hello. It's Mr. Bill Collector.
So this is a nice program only for people that's disciplined.
Amen.
Their finances and paying their bills in full. Better your credit score is. There's a lot of cards out there that's for you because they know you will pay your bills on time because your credit score.
They come in the mail, pre-approved.
So, but we're gonna keep saying it. Do not get this.
Amen.
If this is not something you can handle.
Amen.
Do not
talk about it, girl.
You gonna pay. You gonna pay.
You're gonna pay dearly.
One way or another, you gonna pay. So yeah, we just thought this would be a fun one because there is a lot of cards that, especially this time of year, people go on travel and all of this and that and using cards. And I mean, even everyday gas and groceries, you can use this card and reap the benefits.
Somebody asked me, can you use a credit card for emergencies? Here's my approach to that. I got $1,000, $2,000, whatever. I have an emergency. Yes, use your credit card for emergency. When you get home, pay off the credit card with the emergency money you have set aside. Don't I'm gonna live my best life, and if I have an emergency, use your credit card. But now you gotta start making the payments on the credit card.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Have that money set aside, so when it comes in, just move the money over and you're done.
Right.
So you want to allocate the emergency fund, but yes, use your credit card if you need to, because one thing you can get points for it, right? Right. But pay it off when you get home or when you can. Don't just, I got $1,000. Oh man, I want to hold on to that money. Oh, it's only $1,000. Oh, it's only $20 a month. Oh yeah, I can do that. Trap. That's a trap. That is a trap. So be wise. Be very wise when you do this kind of thinking and planning. Definitely. I like it. I use it, to our benefit. Now she knows my secret about Amazon. She knows I got money out there. So, oh man, I think I got trapped. She's like, oh, you bought me something from Amazon. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you bought this too. Oh, thank you. I'd be like, girl, I ain't pay for that. It's the thought that counts, y'all, right?
So now that I know, I'm going slowly.
I see that's why I did not want to do this. I was like, we gotta do what tonight? I was like, man, she gonna expect the thing on credit card. I gotta spill my beans. I'm like, she gonna know the secret. The secret is out. The secret sauce is out, y'all. Well, I mean, that's really about it. To tell you the truth, it's just encouraging you to make the wise decision and make, pick the card that's best for you that fits your situation. I would not encourage you to do 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That's kind of ridiculous. We have the hotel one, and then the one that we use for like the Amazon.
Day-to-day stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I like it. I love it. So, well, anything you want to do to summarize it up, baby?
No, I mean, you did it.
All right, I did it. Well, you know what our podcast is. You can actually check on our website if you want to download all the apps. You can go to our website, giftedgenerations-llc.com/podcast. You can just listen through your phone directly without downloading any app at all. or you can check us out on Facebook under Gifted Gen LLC. Also, we're on Instagram. It is gift.gen. And of course, we're on YouTube. You can find us at Gifted Generations LLC. We're also on my lovely wife's hooked us up. She got us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. And you can find us on FinanceOlogy 101, Twitter at GiftedGen 2019. Now, she does all this stuff. I'm the IT person, but shoot, she's an admin in IT. She's a photographer. She does, oh girl, she's the publisher. She does the schedule. I just show up and sound good. Actually, I don't sound good to you, but I'm just here. But that's it, baby. I thank you for scheduling another eventful podcast. Very interesting, short but to the point. I think it's very important that people know the perks of the life and how they can use things, but also be smart while they're choosing something and applying it in their everyday life. So be smart. Just we have not said enough. Be smart. You can never say they didn't say be smart. Be smart. We said it. Be smart.
All righty. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Have a good night.
See you next time.
Well, thank you for tuning in to our podcast, FinanceOlogy 101. I hope you enjoyed this session and the information provided will assist you on your financial journey. Until next time, be financially engaged.